What happens when a team's veteran rock, a future Hall of Famer signed to guide a young roster, just disappears? No goodbye, no explanation, not even a text message. That's the reality the Indiana Fever faced with DeWanna Bonner. And now her former teammate Sophia Cunningham has exposed the whole classless story. In her own words, Cunningham revealed the team was left completely in the dark, and the WNBA world is still reeling from this bizarre case of a star ghosting her own team. And what really went down in the Fever locker room? How does a legend just quit and vanish? And we're breaking down the shocking details of this WNBA drama, the furious fan reactions, and what this messy divorce means for everyone. Stick around because the truth is finally out. So, the graphs, the level of betrayal, you have to look at the timeline. During the offseason, the Indiana Fever made a massive splash by signing DeWanna Bonner, a two-time WNBA champion and a six-time All-Star. It was billed as a masterstroke, the veteran leader this young, hungry team needed. Initially, it looked perfect. Bonner even made history in her debut, climbing the WNBA's all-time scoring list to a standing ovation. But the fairy tale crumbled fast. After just 3 starts, Bonner was moved to the bench, a clear sign the on-court fit was wrong. Then, after only 9 games, the whispers began. Bonner was suddenly listed on injury reports for personal reasons and missed 5 straight games. Fans were confused. The team was in the dark. The silence from Bonner's camp was defeating. Soon, the truth leaked. Reports confirmed Bonner had no interest in returning to play for the Fever, which started as confusion turned into a feeling of betrayal. And this wasn't just a personal matter, it was a professional walking out on a job. After failing to find a trade partner, the Fever were forced to waver. Unsurprisingly, she immediately signed back with the Phoenix Mercury, the team where she spent the first decade of her career. And this is where a messy situation turns into a primetime drama. For weeks, the full story was under wraps. But Indiana's own Sophia Cunningham, a player known for her fury and honest attitude, decided it was time to set the record straight on her podcast, Show Me Something. Cunningham admitted she was surprised Bonner signed with Indiana in the first place, suggesting the veteran was never fully committed. She said she got to Indiana and she just really wasn't happy. And like I want people to be happy, so that's why I'm kind of like the neutral. I'm kind of like neutral on this one. But that neutrality vanished when she exposed how Bonner left. Here's the bombshell. DeWanna Bonner ghosted her entire team completely, according to Cunningham, and there was no final word. No group text, no explanation to the woman she had gone to battle with. One day she was there, the next day she was gone. Cunningham laid out the uncomfortable truth. I'm still rooting for her. I want her to end her career and be happy, but I also think that it's okay to be professional about it. Send a text to your teammates. Say, sorry, this didn't work out and good luck. And there's a way to handle that, I think. And think about that. In any job, if a senior leader vanishes without a word, it's a profound sign of disrespect. Cunningham confirmed that's exactly what the team felt, and it wasn't about Bonner's decision to leave. It was the stunning lack of professionalism that felt so classless. And it is classless. And of course, the WNBA schedule delivered the drama because on July 30th, DeWanna Bonner returned to Indianapolis wearing a Mercury jersey. And if she expected a warm welcome, she was deeply mistaken because we know what happened with that. Fever fans were relentless. They booed her every time she touched the ball, a raw and hostile reception from a fan base that felt completely abandoned, and they had every right. They poured their hope into a player who, from their perspective, quit on their team and didn't even have the decency to say goodbye. Some, like Bonner's new teammate, Khalil Copper, called the booing distasteful, as we know, and disrespectful to a legend. So you can be disrespectful to a franchise who believed in you, but then when you're getting held accountable, it's considered disrespectful, not because of your actions of ignorance, but just the simple fact that you're being held accountable. Interesting. And that's wrong. That's enabling. So they gave her a spanking and they booed her. Spare the rod, spoil the child, right? So, and constructive criticism is nothing wrong with it while holding accountable. So, Copper defended Bonner as the sweetest soul and said the situation in Indiana just didn't work for her. That's fine. Things don't work for everybody all the time at a certain time that we thought it would work out. But it's ways to go about it as an adult. We talking as adults now, man. But Sophia Cunningham saw it differently. She stood with the fans, and I stand with us, the fans, because on her podcast, Cunningham said, which we'll see in a minute in the clip, any player who leads a team that should expect the backlash. And she stated bluntly, if you're going to leave, you're going to have to expect getting booed. And this is why Cunningham is a fan favorite. She understands that loyalty is a two-way street. Bonner showed the city of Indianapolis zero loyalty. And the fans simply returned the favor. The booing wasn't just noise, it was a receipt for an unprofessional exit. So, this entire saga exposes the unwritten rules of being a professional. It's not just about contracts and statistics, it's about character and respect. DeWanna Bonner is guaranteed future Hall of Famer. Her career is legendary, but legacies are more than just numbers. They're built on how you conduct yourself. And what Sophia Cunningham brought to light wasn't just gossip, it was a fundamental breach of professional ethics. Sending a simple text, as Cunningham suggested, is the bare minimum. To just disappear communicates that your teammates and organization were nothing more than a temporary roadblock. And the great irony here is that since Bonner's departure, the Fever have seemed to found a new level of cohesion. It's a classic case of addition by subtraction. By removing a player who clearly didn't want to be there, the team has rallied together and may have emerged stronger. But the stain on Bonner's legacy will remain. Will she be remembered only as a champion, or will this classless exit from Indiana be a permanent footnote on her reputation? In sports, fans and peers have long memories. Ghosting your entire team is something that won't be easily forgotten. So, where do you stand on this WNBA drama? Was DeWanna Bonner justified in prioritizing her happiness above all else? Or was her silent exit an unforgivable betrayal of her team and the fans? Drop your take in the comments below, and I want to know what you think. And if you appreciate bold, unfiltered WNBA analysis that gets to the truth, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a breakdown. Now let's get into the clip.
I like DB because like DB was one of my vets when I was in Phoenix, and then we gathered here into Indiana, and like it was kind of a surprise that she was signed to Indiana anyway, and so we'll take her in a heartbeat. Like she's a Hall of Famer, she's a hell of a basketball player, can score from anywhere on the court. But she got to Indiana and she just like really wasn't happy. And like I want people to be happy. So that's why I'm kind of like neutral on this one, which a lot of people are surprised about. She's towards the end of her career. So like she deserves her flowers. She deserves to be happy. But I also think that if you're going to leave, like you're going to have to expect getting booed. Like,
was there explanation when it happened? No. Not even privately? Yeah, I mean, okay. That's tough. And yeah, okay. Well, I did say what? Unless you leave on some fuck you type shit, and that's what that is, so.
Yeah.
And it's family, I guess, but like you gotta get, I mean, Sometimes if you're doing things that inconvenience other people, but they're better for you, you have to do it. But let someone know.
But I think there's
sorry.
yeah.
Say what you're doing.
Yes, I think I'm right there with you. I think like I'm still rooting for her. Like I want her to end her career and be happy, but I also think that like it's okay to be professional about it and like send a text to your teammates. Send a text and be like, "Hey, like love you guys," or you don't even have to say love you guys. Just like, "Hey, sorry this didn't work out. Good luck." You know what I mean? Like there's a way to handle that, I think.
And there you have it. At the end of the day, the DeWanna Bonner Indiana Fever saga is a cautionary tale about professionalism. It's a story of a veteran's shocking lack of respect, a teammate's courage to speak the truth, and a fan base's fierce demand for loyalty. Sophie Cunningham didn't just spill tea. She exposed a level of disrespect that violates the core of what it means to be on a team. While Bonner may have found her happy place back in Phoenix, she left a trail of disrespect in Indiana. And thanks to Sophie, we know where the whole messy truth lies. The boos in that arena weren't just for an opponent. They were for a player who broke the code. But I'll catch you in the next one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.